I surely appreciate your helping me. What are you doing to me?
We were wondering if we could spend some time with you and remember Tariq together. He led us out of still waters. He restored my soul. He leadeth me down the path of righteousness.
What's up, big glass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. On today's video, we'll be covering Power Book 2 Ghosts, and this one right here is titled Bree's Identity Are Confirmed, Like Father, Like Son. Now, what prompted this particular video was basically I got it from looking at the episode 6 trailer, and it revealed a few things that I saw that I was like, wow, dang. I'm gonna go ahead and just give you this at the beginning. It seems as if we see Bree's old apartment in the episode. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and just get into the video. Now, after the release of episode 4 of this current season, when Carter was at the office and Kamal Tate was to, come to his office, he came there and said he had some information on a new lead from Roman, who was in the jail cell snitching, and he revealed the identity of his supplier, which was none other than Mr. Marcus Zion Washington, right? So immediately when I heard this, I made a video saying that I believe he is the brother of D. Wiz from, the first season of Raising Kanan. We all know that he had a mystery brother that they talked about, but no one ever seen him, nor were we ever given a name. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. Typically, when we get a name from someone, you know what I'm saying, or we hear of someone, they kind of come on to the show a little later on. So it means like they're kind of a big character, and later on they will be revealed, And to give you a few examples of it, like the Jimenez cartel, we heard about them, but we never saw them until season 4. Milan, we heard about him in season 2 from Vladimir, but we didn't see him until season 3. Chicago, which is also the same, aka Jason Mitchell, we heard of him, but we didn't see him until season 4. So, those are a couple of examples of that. We can say the same for Ronnie on Raising Kanan, right? So, with that being said, I believe that it's possible we may be getting the same thing for D. Wiz's brother. So, in case you haven't figured it out yet, I know I said that I believe Unique is Breeze, but I think I'm leaning towards it is D. Wiz's brother, and I will tell you why. So, back to what I was saying, that we found out that his name was Marcus Zion Washington, right? So, what instantly rung a bell in my head was that last name, Washington, which is also the same last name as D. Wiz, and his mother. I don't think they ever gave us her first name, but we know her last name was Washington because they referred to her as Miss Washington. Kanan and Rock both did. So that was her last name. So we can only assume that the older brother's name is also Washington. So there's the connection there, right? But I must say, and I even said this in a video later, that Zion looks a little too young to be D-Wid's brother, because D-Wid's brother was older than Canaan, and if Canaan was still alive today, Canaan would be in his 40s. He would actually, let's see, he was born in 75. He would actually be 49 to be exact, right? So if he's 49, if he was still alive today, that means D-Wid's brother for sure is probably at least a good 4 or 5 years older than him. So that would give us to be Zion would be anywhere between 54, 55-ish years old if he was D-Wid's brother, which he doesn't look like he's in his 50s. Therefore, I'm leaning towards, it kind of clicked in my head that he is probably, and I've been seeing this, you know what I'm saying? I've been thought this actually, but I didn't make a video on it because I didn't really have much of proof until now. But I now believe that Zion is now the son of Breeze, which is also, you know what I'm saying, the son of D-Wid's brother. And I'm going to, as we dig further into this video, I'm going to prove to you how. Now, next, you see an image of Miss Washington from Raising Canaan, right? This is the image of her when she was crying because Rock showed up to her apartment along with Canaan and, you know, came to be a lending hand and comfort her because she had just lost her son, D-Wiz, which Rock was the one behind it. But anyways, I just want us to take a look at her face. I know she kind of just covered it a little bit with her hand, but also you can see it at the clip that I put at the beginning to get more of a look at her face. You can see, I just want you to, you know, be able to familiarize yourself with this face because I want to compare it with this one. This here is the older lady from that who Canaan killed in order to take over Bree's apartment, right? So, I don't know about y'all, but in my opinion, they look alike. Except the first image that I showed you, she just looks younger, which she would be because in Raising Canaan, which is a prequel, you know what I'm saying, it would she would be younger. So in Raising Canaan, she probably was around 35-ish to 40 years old. And then, of course, 25 years later, in Power, you know, she would be, what, probably actually more so like, like 25 years later. That's correct. Something in that nature. But anyways, she would be in her 60s, which this lady here looks like, 60s to 70 years old, which she looks like. So, with that being said, that would mean, in my, according to my theory, that Canaan murdered none other than the mother of Breeze in order to take control of the apartment, right? And it's kind of crazy that he would do that because, you know, he said Breeze was a friend of his. But he ugly, though, so y'all got to realize that. The mind is as hell. He killed his own son, so killing her is the least of his worries. that ain't nowhere near beneath him. Now, a lot of ugly ass niggas might be saying, well, she didn't know him when he showed up. So that can't be her because because Canaan and her knew each other. I got you, ugly ass niggas. But what I believe, and if you pay attention to the episode, and in case you want to go back and watch it, is season 3 of the original Power, episode 7. The way she was talking to him, like she was like, "You used to live in my building, my apartment." Then he was like, "No, you said my friend did. I lived in a building across. I think he said around the corner or across the street, something in that like that, right? But the point is, she was speaking as if she may have some form of dementia or Alzheimer's, something like that. And if that's the case, then she could have just simply not remembered him. And he probably was aware that she had that, so he knew it wouldn't be much of a problem with him just showing up and doing what he had to do in order to teach Ghost a history lesson. Now I have made the connection with the mom. And think about this. If this is indeed D-Wiz's mother, then that means that Breeze has to be D-Wiz's older brother. Because why else would she be living in Breeze's old apartment? Think about that. Why would Miss Washington be living in D-Wiz's old apartment? It was Bree. They probably lived there together. Now, on to the next. This is the image where, Kanan was ugly as hell before he did what he did. And the reason why I'm showing you this particular image is because I want to show further proof, because I know how ugly ass niggas are. Y'all gonna be like, man, he reaching still. All right, ugly ass nigga, let's see. So, you see the stairway, right? We see the stairway. We know that Breeze's apartment has a stairway because we seen it when he went to the apartment. Also, I want you guys to take a look at this light bulb. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at the light bulb that is there. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's going to be relevant later on in this video. So make sure y'all take a look at it. Remember this, and we'll come back to it. So next, we get an image of Tariq at a place that looks to be Bree's old apartment. Could it be that this is Bree's old apartment? And if so, that means that, because keep in mind, if you've seen the exclusive clips, they said Tariq was telling Noma that he has a location on Zion. So meaning he figured out where Zion lived. We also seen an image of him busting in, wearing the exact same outfit that we seen him fighting Zion in, and also putting the finishing touch on him. So that means that must have been Zion's location. So if that's the case, then I think that means it is safe to say that Zion was living in none other than Bree's apartment. So, with that being said, it raised the question, why would Zion be living in Bree's old apartment, people? It doesn't make sense. They're not going to just have him living there for no reason, just for a coincidence. More than likely, it's because that was his father's old apartment. And he probably was living there with his grandma. And his grandma probably, once she was taken out, she wasn't there anymore, but he still lived there. And he probably stayed there because he wanted to stay low profile. Now, I know these last niggas will probably be thinking, then why wasn't he there when Kanan came to take it over? Got you, ugly ass niggas. So, two things. One, it's because, one of them is because, if you can remember from Raising Kanan, D-Wiz said that his brother was a wild boy. Well, he didn't say that. He said that his brother was, always moving around. Because he said, because Rock asked him how was his mother, and he said kind of something. I can't remember actually. But, she was like, I think she kind of wished he was still in jail. That way she know where he is. So that gives us information that means he's always moving around and they never knew where he was at. So it could be that maybe Zion was just gone, just like his father. He probably took the same, habit as his father, always on the move. Or, which I think is probably more than likely the real reason, is because if you remember, David said that he helped Zion out on a RICO charge, right? So maybe it's because he was in jail for that time period and he wasn't around because he was in jail. So, and Canaan probably knew this, so he just went ahead and took advantage. Now, now that we covered that, let's go ahead and go to this next image where we see, and shout out to my boy CG. I don't really remember his tag name for YouTube, but he was the one that, sent me this image and let me know that Braden was indeed in the building when Tariq went to take out Zion, right? And why is this important? Well, I will tell you why. The reason this one is important because remember back in OG Power, in OG Power episode 8 of season 3, Kanan told us that Ghost broke into Breeze's apartment after school and waited for him to come home to watch Jeopardy. And then he shot him in the back of the head, right? However, Tommy told us in season 1 that him and Ghost both shot Breeze in the head, but looked him in his face. So 2 things is different from those stories. Kanan told the story that he shot him in the back of the head, and according to Tommy's story, both of them shot him in the head while looking him in his face. So the only thing I can get from that is that Kanan wasn't there and he probably just went with the story that was told to him. So maybe Ghost kept Tommy out of it. But so why is that important? That's important because we know how power parallels are. Remember, they always doing parallels. So Ghost and Tommy took out Breeze, right? And now we're going to get the son of Ghost and his best friend that's like Tommy taking out the son of Breeze. So they wasn't kidding around when they pushed this like father, like son. So it's not just Tariq. The same will apply for Zion. Now, this one right here is what I'm almost 95% sure will be the finishing touch, the kill shot for Zion, right? And what I want to show you guys is, remember I told you a few slots ago to pay attention to the light that was over on the ceiling when Kanan was taking over the apartment building? Now pay attention to the light that's up there. The lights look very identical, right? So, with that being said, I believe that this is the exact same light. And that further confirms that this is indeed Bree's apartment. So, if this is Bree's apartment, people, then that means Zion will be killed in the exact same building his father was killed. His father, Breeze, was killed in. So, like father, like son. They both died in the same building, the same apartment, basically. Even though I think this is outside the apartment, but basically the same apartment. And both taken out by the same family. It is crazy, right? Another wonderful power parallel. So, pretty much, there you have it, people. You can definitely let me know, you know what I'm saying, in the comments. But, I mean, look at this. it all makes sense to me. So I would definitely, I'm definitely open and ready to see you guys' opinion on this particular, video. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up for me. That, that Breeze, that Zion is indeed Breeze's son. And if he's living in that building and Mrs. Washington, if that was indeed Mrs. Washington who Canaan took out, then that gives us 100% proof that D-Wiz's brother is none other than Breeze himself. The mystery has finally been solved. Because I know a lot of us has been moving around for a minute trying to figure out who that glad nigga is. I thought it was Ronnie. Then I thought it was Unique. And of course other people also thought it was Unique as well. And folks still probably think it's Unique. And I'm not going to 100% rule out Unique myself. But like I said, once this episode 6 drops and we can see that this is indeed Breeze's apartment, then that's 100% confirmation. It's not Unique. It's D-Wiz's brother. So be on the lookout for that. But pretty much that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. So, if you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.